everybody, welcome to Bura. This episode, I'm going to be going on to Upwork and seeing how much talent I can find for different kinds of marketplaces and what we can find on Udemy. Alright, welcome back. First, this video, make sure you like, subscribe. The more subscribers you get, the more content we can make. The number one reason why you subscribe to this amazing YouTube channel is to get the money-making trends before mainstream. Alright, so if you don't know, Upwork is a site that you can go and search for freelancers. You can search for a lot of cool things like admin, customer service, and there's a bunch of different things that you can do here. Now, fun fact, believe it or not, some of the Udemy investors are the same as the Upwork investors. Now, I don't know if the people who have invested in the same have exited their position in Udemy, but I do find it kind of funny that they do have some of the similar investors, and it makes a little bit of sense because if you're going to get a lot of funding for any kind of project, there might be some overlap in some investors because that's just the way it works. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to type in game programmer. Okay, so if you like game programming here, you can see that. Well, there are lots and lots of options here. So, and they're actually looking pretty good here. So you can have senior mobile app game developer, full stack developer. And I don't know how many pages this goes on for, but I'm assuming it's a lot. And this is not going to be really my point here, right? So if I do app developer, will that come up here? Or we can say mobile app developer or mobile developer here, and it will probably come up with, again, it comes up with the same guy here, so maybe this guy's really good, but you know, it comes up with some pretty good things here. You can see this guy's made 100K, etc. And the other thing about Upwork is there is a way to do agencies, so it's possible, because obviously, like, look, this guy is associated with Apps Cottage, and if I click on this here, right, I guess it comes up to what Apps Cottage is. Now, Apps Cottage is it's obviously a team. It's the agency size as 2 to 10 workers here, okay? So even Upwork, like, if you think about it, if you're gonna make a mobile game or an app or whatever, you might need more than one person working on it, right? And that's what this is supposed to do. Now, chances are I don't know anything about this particular one, but they're gonna get some free press anyway. So chances are this particular firm here has meetings every week. They try to do what they do, and they do what they do better. And then you can see that they've spent quite a bit of hours and 24 jobs. And, you know, they've got, you know, at least a minimum size here. So there's a lot of flexibility for companies, right? And this Apps Cottage is just one out of many different firms that are working on Upwork here, right? And you can see that there's all these different kinds of company information here. Very, very good stuff, right? And it would be great to have this level of kind of, you know, granularity on Udemy, but they can't do that. But that's not really the focus of this, right? So the point is I can have a mobile, an app developer, you know, I can do Python rather, right? Now, you can see here that if I want to hire a Python developer, I can just hire anyone like this here. But if I type in online instructor, right? Let's see, and I already searched this here, but nothing really comes up, right? Online content, software architect, and then it's like Korean translator. So there's basically like one person that's doing this. one person, right? Now let's see. I did see if I did online course. Okay, that was a search suggestion here. So you know, online instructor here, online course creator, LMS and e-learning expert here. Online course design specialty, e-learning developer. Okay, so there's definitely some here, but you can see that it kind of runs out, right? And look at this. There's a company called Owlcut, right? So if I click on this here, we can see what they do here. It's you know, creating content. So they're content creators. Now, essentially, what everyone does in the industry is they're basically content creators. Now, this isn't something new. Like creating courses and like is not something really new. And there's lots of these little places out there here. But you can see here that you can see that you know, they have, you know, minimum project size is 5,000. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, it's a lot for a course here. But you can see that a lot of what you would have to do to make an online course is to go to a video editor, and then you'd probably have to train them because they've never done a course here. The point of this is that even with these two kind of searches, there's not a lot of people on Upwork to do it. And wouldn't it be great if Udemy was scalable so more and more of these people could make money doing this, right? And people might say, well, the industry's not set up like that. Well, it could be. Like, it could be set up. It could be set up like that, right? And for the most part, whenever someone does hire someone on Upwork, they usually have to train them, and they're the people. It's not really a career thing, and that's what I think Udemy should do. It's like, you're going to be an online instructor. You can either make your own courses, or you can make courses for somebody else, just the way you do with a game or app or even graphic design. So like, if I do a 3D game design, there'll be probably tons of people, although this might not be the exact search here, right? But you can see this 3D modeling, right? There's a bunch of different, you can do that because there's a huge demand for it. And the point is that there isn't this demand because, Udemy isn't scalable, and it's the only marketplace out there, right? Like, if you go to software, how many marketplaces are there for software? Lots, right? And it's because the scope is quite a bit bigger, right? The scope of software is bigger, so there's going to be more people to do that. Now, this is something that's key, which probably deserves its own video instead of being put here. But what I like to think of in the app economy, or whatever it comes to the marketplace economy, there's the actual marketplace itself, and then around it there's a bunch of services that support the marketplace. So right now, Udemy's marketplace is very tiny with almost nothing outside of it. But Steam and the App Store, right, they have a pretty big marketplace, and there's a bunch of people that serve the marketplace. We'll call this the gray economy. The gray economy of the marketplace, where the marketplace isn't directly benefiting from the gray economy, but people are making money as a result of the marketplace. And very few, if any, people are doing that on Udemy. And the reason is that, well, again, there's just not much money there. And it's because they continue to really control the marketplace way more than it should, because all they want to do is get a big list and sell to the personal subscription. I think a lot more could be done with that. So nevertheless, you can see here just on Upwork, as a person, like a creative director or a CEO, it's very difficult to find these people, right? And that's a big problem. Not only is it a problem for the business itself, but the quality goes down, because I guarantee you all these 3D modelers, the top ones here are going to be way better than if we go to page 10, right? But if you only have one page of instructors, right, on Upwork, then the quality is going to be so good. Now, I'm not saying that those people that I just found were poor, right? I'm not saying that at all. Chances are they're pretty decent here. But the point is that if we had 10 pages of them, the people on the front page would arguably be better. And there's just no real incentive for people to do a better job in these courses. Because, again, I've made a video about that on Udemy, about how Udemy's marketplace is really not that objective. Like, you can't just build a business on it. It's mostly handpicked instructors from what they think is good. So if Udemy just kind of relaxed their standards and had more granularity to what a business could do, like this Apps Cottage here, right? For example, if I had, a page on Udemy, it'd be like, what's my agency size? We'll say, I don't know, 5 to 10 workers, right? And then year founded 2010. And then, client focus, beginners, intermediates, passing the exam. Like, there's a lot more things that they could do with this here, right? And then they could even have this, like some more stats like this on here, like the ratings and the reviews and stuff. And, maybe someone comes to me, right, through Udemy, and they want me to kind of tutor them personally, right? Well, that's not a bad thing, because guess what? Udemy gets a cut of that, but they don't do that. They just want to make the video courses that are what we know as a Udemy course is, sell them from $10 to $20, then move all the good content over to UFB, and then eventually move everything to a personal subscription. It's a little lazy in my opinion. There could be so much more. They're basically the only marketplace that does this, and they could be doing such a better job, right? So that's pretty much what this is. So again, it's something that I talk talk about again and again and again. I'll probably bring this up again at some point because I'm enjoying making these videos every single day. All right. So that concludes the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.